Hello friends, this is Johnny, your friendly neighborhood intergalactic cartoonist, and I'm working on a page for my graphic novel, Martin and Marco. I'm back with another video, and while you watch me color this page, I'm going to give a little update on the progress on the graphic novel, and I'm going to explain the marvelous misadventures of why I finished this page 3 times. Once upon a time, I created a graphic novel called Martin and Marco. It's kind of a combination between the epic storytelling of The Lord of the Rings and the wacky cartoony humor of Calvin and Hobbes. And I finished that graphic novel several years ago. I learned some things from working on it. And when I started the follow-up book, the sequel, I drew it digitally, which made the process quicker and more efficient, but it also made the original Martin and Marco book look outdated. So when Martin and Marco sold out, I decided to redraw the whole thing digitally, and while I was at it, to add color, because up until then I'd mostly worked in black and white, like the classic newspaper strips that I grew up reading. So last year I began redrawing this book, Martin and Marco, digitally and in color with the help of my awesome Patreon backers. Shout out to you guys. With your support, I've been able to get really close to finishing this book, but this particular page here, this is actually a double page spread. So you'll flip the page and see this image covering both pages. And I finished this double page spread and posted it on the Patreon a little over a year ago. In a way, these double page spreads make for less work because it's fewer drawings, but they often call for a lot more detail than a normal panel, so they can actually be more work in some ways. I spent a lot of time coloring this double page spread, but then I accidentally saved over it and all of my backups with a lower quality version, a version that looks fine on the internet, but it's not print quality when I eventually go to print the book. So I've known for a while that I need to recolor this page. Fortunately, I still had the black and white artwork. I just had to recolor everything. So I originally drew this double page spread for the black and white version. Last year, I redrew it digitally and colored it, and now I'm coloring it again. So that's a lot of time to spend with one image. But really, that's what the art process looks like, especially long term. The old work becomes outdated, mistakes are made, but the entire process helps me to improve and grow and reach the point where I'm creating the new pages in a different way. Your support helps me to continue to grow and hone my skill and take these steps of bringing old work up to code when needed while moving forward with new work at the same time. I needed to learn the process of adding color to my comics, and the first book needed the digital upgrade. But I'm eager to finish up this process and move on to work on the third book of the series, which is written and ready to draw when I finally have the time. Comics take a lot of drawing, y'all. Every panel has to be illustrated and then colored and then processed, and I love the whole process, but sometimes I wish I had a time turner so that it wouldn't take so long between books and projects. But you know what? No matter what I'm working on, it's a process of growing as an illustrator and a storyteller, and that only means good things for the next thing that I create. So here's the assembly of the finished page. I love seeing all that work come together, seeing all these elements come together to create an image and all the pages coming together to tell a story. Thanks for your support in helping me to tell these stories, and thank you for watching the video. There are 2 new videos per month on the Patreon. I'm trying to do public videos like this as much as possible as well. So if there's something you'd like to see, or if you have any questions, leave those below, and I'll try to address those in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.